Devil's Dolls, an IFC midnight film. It's a film from 2016 and was originally known as The Worry Dolls. It's an hour and 25 minutes, directed by Padraig Reynolds, who also directed Rites of Spring. Welcome to BodyBags. I'm your Thursday reviewer, Chris, from Chris B Movies. You know my name is Chris, and you know I love B-movies, and it's IFC Films Week here at BodyBags. All us collectors own thousands of films from IFC Films, now don't you? I picked this one up from Hamilton Books, and again, I own a lot of IFC films, IFC Midnight films, you know what I'm talking about, and I've seen every one of them, but I didn't want to be lazy, so I purchased a film just recently that I have not seen before, because, you know, I always like to watch new things, and this film looked really interesting to me. The Devil's Dolls. Now let's look at the slipcover here. Beautiful slipcover here. Not bad for $3, huh? And I love the artwork. Artwork is so choice and beautiful. And here's the back. Here's what the back looks like. Oh yeah, foreshadowing of things to come, right? That's the slipcover. And of course, the regular cover is the same exact artwork and the same as the back. Okay? So we're going to open this up. And we're going to look at the artwork on the disc, which is the same. Not the full face though, but the same as the original artwork. Yes. And here's the alternate artwork here for the Devil's Dolls, which is also really cool. Our mail truck just pulled up, as you can hear in the background. And if you can't, hell, even better. Alright, beautiful artwork here. Boom. And of course, they're making a long stop at my house because, you know, I'm a collector. Things pop in from time to time, you know. Not saying every day, but so yeah, that's what it looks like. Artwork is good. The only extras here are trailers for other IFC films that they want you to watch. And it's kind of funny because when I was watching them, I saw every single one of them and loved every one of them. So yeah, us collectors, we own a lot of IFC Midnight films. But yeah, beautiful artwork, man. Great job. We just went up at Hamilton Books for $3 to $4. Yeah, so good. Let's go to the synopsis of this film, shall we? Like I said, this movie is also originally known as The Worry Dolls. So it starts off with Amber. She's all chained up, and you know bad things are about to happen to Amber. At least we think so. So she's chained up. She had nothing but her underwear on and her a shirt on, and she's screaming and she's trying to get out from these chains. And then we see Henry, who is the serial killer, the person that chained Amber up. Henry. Why is a lot of these serial killers named Henry? Alright, go on. But he has these dolls, and it looks like he's putting this curse on them, because he's talking in tongue and touching the dolls, and just spending a lot of time with these dolls that are in this kind of like wooden box. Now, what we're going to learn is that these are worry dolls. Now, these dolls were originally used in healing the innocent. So anytime someone gets sick mentally or physically, these dolls would heal them, and they would work and stuff. But these dolls were given to Henry by Della, a voodoo priestess, who thought that, you know, Henry was a distraught kid after losing his father. He just got angry, and she saw evil tendencies within him, and he just had this darkness around him. She figured these worry dolls would heal him, but instead, everything that was inside Henry, he basically possessed these dolls with, and now anybody who happens upon these dolls, whether it be in a necklace on, or even if you touch the dolls, it turns you into this vicious killer. So the healing dolls are now dolls that Henry corrupted. And so all the evil inside Henry went inside these dolls, and he's putting the last bit of darkness and evil in them, because now he figures this is the time when I'm finally going to get caught, and he kind of foresees his death coming, almost. So he puts the last bit of darkness into these dolls to make them extra vicious and extra evil, you know what I'm saying? And now, Amber has escaped, and she's running for her life. So he casually closes the box with the dolls, and he casually goes and grabs this long-ass drill, and now he's trying to chase down Amber and basically kill her. But she's running in and out of buildings, and then finally she makes it free, and she runs right into a police car. Who would have thought, huh? Police just happen to be right there at the right time. So she comes in, she's like, look, this guy's chasing me. The serial killer, he has this long drill. He's trying to kill me. And the cop's ensuring her of her safety. Look, you're safe. don't worry about a thing. Things are going to be good. I have backup coming. You don't have to worry. I'm going to bring you to safety. Everybody's been looking for you. And that's foreshadowing of bad things usually because, this cop's going to get it. And so out of nowhere, Henry comes up and she's like, watch out. He says, don't worry, you're safe. He turns around, the drill goes right through his head to the other side, blood splattering, guts everywhere, and a really cool scene, if you like guts and gore. And now Amber has blood and guts all over her from this cop. So she finally makes it out of the car, and she's running, and then she runs into Detective Matt, who we're going to learn a lot about in this film, and then Matt shoots and kills Henry, kills him, dead. We're not going to worry about Henry anymore, but we're still going to worry about these worry dolls, right? So Amber is brought to safety, everything's good, and now we meet Kim Jackson, who's Darcy in this film, and that is Matt's partner, and now they have confiscated the dolls that were in this abandoned hospital, and they're bringing them in for testing and all types of tests that cops do. When out of nowhere, while they're in the car, there's a little knock on the cop car, and it's Della, the voodoo priestess. We finally get to meet her, right? And she says, look, I need these dolls. Now, there's a lot you don't know about these dolls. You know nothing about them. They're not yours. I need them back. And he's like, look, lady, we got to do tests on them. We got all this stuff we got going on. He's like, if you want to get them, when we're done with the test, come by the office, police office, and then we'll give them to you. Police station, whatever. And we'll give them to you. They'll be all yours after. She's like, no. And the car just goes. Unbeknownst to her, saying, like, she needs these dolls back. You know what I'm saying? So now, we are meeting, we're in Matt's world now. So we're meeting Matt, and he's the big star, Christopher Wheel, who also helped produce this film and helped write this film, had a lot to do with this film. And we know that he is separated from his wife. Doesn't really acknowledge what happened, but I believe they were divorced. And he has this daughter that he's really close to named Chloe. She's real tight with her father. But of course, there's an awkwardness with Amy. Every time he comes and visits her, Amy's like, you can't just show up like this. You see, what happens in every cop film, when every cop that gets separated from his wife, he puts in a lot of long hours, he forgets birthdays, he forgets famous family outings, he makes promises he can't keep. That's why they got divorced, that's why they got separated. But Chloe and Matt still have this really tight bond, and he loves his daughter, and you can tell. And Amy is going to get remarried to this dude, Ethan. And Ethan, he's kind of like a low-key guy. Seems like a decent guy. But him and Matt are cordial in front of Chloe, but you can tell that there's some uneasiness between them through the course of the film. But it seems like, Ethan really loves Chloe and really loves Amy, and he seems like a really decent guy. So, yeah, let's play it up. So, Chloe, because I guess Matt forgot to take the dolls into the police station, kind of left them in his car when he went to hang out with Chloe, and Chloe kind of snagged them from the car, because she looked at dolls, little girls like dolls, and now she took them into her mother's shop, and now she has her own little station making necklaces out of these dolls. You can tell how things going to work out. Because if things didn't work out kind of this way, there wouldn't be a movie called The Devil's Dolls. It would have been this sweet little Hallmark film. It's a lot of good guts and gore in this film. So she makes these necklaces out of these worry dolls. And now people are buying them left and right. Even Amy bought one for Chloe, even though Chloe could have just made one and put it on herself. So odd, but Chloe needed the money, right? She's a kid, right? She likes to buy dolls and stuff. So everybody who had gotten these necklaces, as soon as they put the necklaces on, they turn into vicious serial killers and start killing everything around them randomly, including Becca, her friend who works at a mom shop. She bought one, and she went to put it on her husband, Todd, because Todd is going for a big job interview. And, well, Todd went out of his mind sick and started just killing the guy doing the lawn and then ended up killing her. And then got shot and killed himself by Matt. Now, Matt's trying to track down what is going on, and finally, Chloe gets really sick from being around these dolls. And after she kills their dog, which appeared to be Ethan's dog, she was always kind of scared of this dog, she started getting really ill and sick, and her face is getting all, like, white, and she almost looks like she's zombie-like, and her eyes are, like, white, and she's sick. And if Matt doesn't do something before sunlight the next day, Chloe's gonna die. So Matt loves his daughter. He will do anything for her. He's trying to track down, find out what the hell is going on. Finally figures out it's these dolls that are making these people crazy and kill people. Um, and so he's going against the race of time to try to save Chloe's life. And so his saving grace is Della. Della's like, look, collect all these dolls, put them in a box, bring them to me with Chloe so that we can save your daughter's life. So Matt collects all the dolls, and he's dealing with all the killings that are going around, grabs all the dolls, brings Chloe with him, and now they're going to Della's house so he can save Chloe's life. He just basically took Chloe from the hospital and took her out, and they like to call him security and stuff. And they're all erratic. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to save her life. Leave me alone. So finally he makes it to Della's house, but Della has alternative motives. Oh yes, he thinks she's gonna save the little girl's life, but you're gonna find out exactly what's going on. And of course, the only way to get rid of these dolls is by maybe destroying them. Maybe you need to find out and watch The Devil's Dolls. Yeah, this is a fun little film. Never over welcomes to stay. It's an hour and 25 minutes of fun. The acting is something like out of a soap opera. It's the best way to describe it. But an hour and 25 minutes with good guts and gore added to that as well. But the acting is like kind of soap opera-ish a little bit. You ever seen a soap opera? And the music is just like soap opera. It made me laugh quite a few times in this film. I think Chloe, played by Kennedy Bryce, did a really good job. You can feel her despair and her pain. If you have a heart, you can, right? Christopher Wheel does a good job. He had a lot to do with this film. He helped produce, helped write this film, and he also played Matt, so he did a pretty decent job. But like I say, it's like watching a soap opera with a lot of guts and gore for an hour and 25 minutes. It's the best way to describe this film. Still a fun film. This might not be for everybody. My wife definitely would not like it, but I enjoyed it. It was silly. And it's a fun little film. Good guts and gore. Lots of gore in this film. I was really surprised by how much guts it had in this film and gore. Yeah, so that was really fun. But it's a fun little watch. Want to pop it in, get it for cheap at Hamilton Books, why not? Put it on your bookshelf, and the cover out looks good, right? So yeah, check out The Devil's Dolls. If not, I'm going to get one of them dolls, I'm going to chain it around your neck and turn you into a vicious killer. Oh yeah. So I'm going to put this one on the cheeseometer because it did have a lot of cheesy elements to it. Alright, 10 being top cheese, 1 being the worst cheese ever. I give it about a 7. It's passing. Fun little film. Not the greatest film I've ever seen. Liked the good concept. The concept was really good. Really enjoyed the concept of this film. The dolls were like really cheaply made, but they were done by these trees in Guatemala. That had like a healing process to them, or healing energy to them, as Della said in the course of the film. So yeah, check it out. The Devil's Doll. 7. You may give it more. You may give it less, depending what you like. Alright guys, well check out all the other reviews because they'll be all doing films from IFC Films this week, IFC Midnight, or what have you, and of course, every one of us are collectors, so we own a lot of them in our collection, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the Mill Creek films, at least I do at Mill Creek. And tune in next week, because you never know what I'm going to bring to the table. Obviously, something fun. And please subscribe to BodyBags, just hit that subscribe button. And of course, Chris B Movies. You know, because I bring some original material there as well. Yeah, I do some updates, some new toys that I bought. Blu-rays, basically. And again, I'll see you next week. But please, don't forget to watch those late-night horror movies. Read up on your latest Fright Mags. Don't forget to tune in to another episode of BodyBags. See you next week.